what you want to do is remind them that it's okay to move on, that they still are the amazing person they are, that because they no longer have this person in their life doesn't take away from the amazing person that they are. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're already part of the tribe. Today we're going to talk about how to help a friend get through a breakup. The first thing that I would love to say is thank you. Thank you for being there, for wanting to be there for a friend who's going through a very, very difficult time. Breakup can often feel like a loss. An absolute loss, with all of the emotions going on inside of them. So having a supportive friend like yourself makes all the difference. I want you to know that you are amazing too. Do not forget that, because without you, you know, who knows where your friend would be without you. It's everything to have a friend there for you in such a vulnerable time. Rule of thumb. So very important thing to remember is do not bring up the breakup. Yeah, you're there to help yourself, to help your friend get through a breakup, but you don't talk about the breakup unless they do, unless they want to talk about the breakup, okay? The first thing that you can do is ask them what is it that they need? How can you be of help to them? It's important to ask because what you think may be helpful may not be actually helpful to them. So being able to give them the opportunity to voice what is it that they need, what is it that will actually help them feel better, will always give you the upper hand, on knowing what to do and how to go about something to actually be a real help to this person. Everyone, and I mean absolutely everyone, experiences a breakup completely different. I want you to know that their rationality and their logic is non-existent. They're not thinking of that. They're working through their heartbreak and through everything that they're experiencing. So another thing to keep in mind is to not make this about yourself. Don't talk about your past experiences, your ex. Don't talk about your past experiences while going through a breakup. It's not about you right now. And although your feelings should also be validated because of your experiences, right now it's about your friend. And making these comments may not actually be helpful the way you want to be helpful. Also, don't try to fix it. You're not here to fix anything. You're here to be there for your friend. Literally be there. So feeling that you want to fix things, that you want to take this pain away, can not only put a burden over you, but also stress your friend even more, because they know that you can't possibly take it away, but you can help, which is why it's important to ask what is it that they actually need. Remember, their pain and their breakup and everything that they're going through is out of your control. So there's nothing you can do about it. What you can do that will be very helpful is be there for your friend. Remind your friend of their worth. Right now they may be feeling like it's their fault, that they should have done things differently. You're here to remind them of their worth. Remind them of all the amazing and beautiful qualities that they actually have. Also, you can ask them if they want a sort of a breakup playlist. That can be helpful for some people. That may not be helpful for some. That can be a brilliant idea for some, and some may think that that's an awful idea. Again, asking them what do they think will help them feel better, because sometimes you don't even know what can help you feel better. It doesn't hurt to ask. Validate their feelings. Although you may not have experienced breakup yet, you may not know what they're going through, but you can imagine. If you step out of your own shoes and try to put yourself in someone else's shoes, you can only imagine. So validating their emotions, again, that may be all over the place right now, is very, very comforting for them at this moment. So try to refrain yourself from saying things like, oh, you're crazy, that sounds so crazy, or you're overreacting, or you're being dramatic, or it's not a big deal. That can be very painful to hear things like that, to know that you feel some type of way, and when you voice it, is like automatically shut down just because that person can't understand you. So if you really want to be there for your friend, don't make them feel like you are there to judge them, you know, because then you aren't really there for them. You want them to be able to talk about it. Being there for a friend a lot of times is more listening than anything else. Listen to your friend, validate their feelings, and help them feel like it's okay to feel what they feel, because it is. Regardless of how the breakup went about, who broke it off, when did it happen, how long they've been together, and all of that, those are all variables that have an impact on how the person reacts and how the breakup affects them. However, a breakup is a breakup. And of course, you also have the people who are okay, you know, maybe they were the ones who broke it off and they're okay moving on. Of course, that's great for them. They feel fine. It was mutual. It was left on good terms, and that's great too. However, even though your friend may have been the person to have broken it off, it still may feel like a loss to them. You know, you are used to being with someone, used to talking to someone, used to having that person in your life. So all those changes can still cause an emotional reaction in your friend. Oftentimes, not being the one in the center of a situation and being the one from the outside, it's so easy to feel like, oh, they should have already been over this by now, or it's been X amount of months, it's been X amount of years. But honestly, there shouldn't be any timeline, because only they know what they're experiencing, only they know what they've been through with that person. Yeah, you know their partner from the outside while hanging out with them, but only they know each other as much as they do. Only they know what they have been through, and that is the truth. Allow your friend to mourn. As we already said, a breakup can feel like a loss. It can and will be like a loss to some. So allow them to mourn without having to feel like there's a limit, there's a cap on how long they have to mourn. Prepare yourself for the random late night phone calls, crying, random cries, random thoughts, wondering if perhaps they could have done anything different, had anything been even slightly bit different. Prepare yourself, because it can be a lot. Know that it's not easy. However, you being there for your friend in this difficult time, they will really, really be so grateful for it. So it's definitely rewarding in the long run. You know, right now, there's a lot going on. There's a lot on their plate, there's a lot on your plate, trying to be there for them. But in the long run, you'll see. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot to be a good friend. It takes a lot to be there, understand, being quiet, right? We don't want to say things that we don't need to say, and we don't want to give advice when we're not being asked. And just being there, it's not as easy as it sounds. However, it can be. It can be once you understand why silence can be so beneficial. And of course, your friend can ask you for advice. It's not like it may not happen. You may not have your chance to say your piece, but it's only welcoming. It's only beneficial and helpful when it's asked of you. Because when you say things, when it's not asked of you, then it can be taken and interpreted, you know, in a bad way. And you don't want that, right? You want them to know that you're there with good intentions. Don't bring up the ex. Don't try to keep them up to date. If they're doing anything new, if they have a new car, if they have a new partner, what they've been up to, that's not important. What you want to do is remind them that it is okay for them not to no longer be together, that there's a reason why they're no longer together, that it's okay to move on, that they still are the amazing person they are, that because they no longer have this person in their life doesn't take away from the amazing person that they are. Again, no unsolicited opinion. If they don't ask for your opinion, don't give it. Wait, because they'll ask for it. Some people, of course, not all. But in a time where you're so vulnerable, you want to hear some You want to hear someone else's perspective. You want to see if you aren't, like going crazy in your mind. You want to know you're right or you're wrong. For some people, again, but 9 out of 10, they want you to say something. This is not a time for you to say that you did not like their ex, that you always thought something of them. It's not helpful. It's an indicator of how they chose the wrong person, how their ex is not a good person. You're not here to remind them that. I mean, obviously, something was not okay because they went through a breakup. But we're here to build them up, to help them feel compassion for themselves. Don't press to know the details. It's pretty common for someone to go through their breakup and not tell you absolutely everything that happened, whether it's out of shame, fear, embarrassment. Don't press for that. Again, you're here to be there for them. Allow them to tell you when they are ready, when it's time, when they can actually and rationally tell you what happened, And remember, once this person tells you something, this is confidential. It's not for you to go out there and tell all your friends and start spreading rumors about your friends' private life, because it is theirs. And although you're there to be there for your friend, you're not entitled to know it all. You're entitled to know what they want you to know, what they feel comfortable with you knowing. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you again for wanting to be a great friend. I want you to know that you should be proud of your own self for wanting to take on this role that it's not so easy. It's easier said than done. So thank you for being a great friend to your friend. If you did find this video valuable, then don't forget to share it. Share it with a friend, with a family member, with absolutely anyone that you think will benefit from watching this video. If you did like this video, then show me and give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. And if you're not already part of the tribe, then I hope you consider subscribing, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!